Okay, so in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to take this, but we're going to make some windows. I'm going to show you an interesting way to make some windows. So we're going to take this shape that we already have constructed. I'm going to move it over to the side. And what I really want to do is I want to cut this part of this shape apart. So I'm going to use the scissor tool, right, or C on the keyboard. And I'm going to cut down here at the bottom, and I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to cut this shape, and I'm going to cut this shape. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of those two middle spots. We're going to take this and we're going to convert them to outlines, right? So they're just outlines now at this point. Oops. And yeah, we could do it this way. Let's just go ahead and make that a black. So there we go. So now we have these two shapes, right? So it started from up here and down here at the bottom. That's here. Now what we want to do is we want to make some shapes in between because we're going to make windows. So we're going to use the blend if tool. I'm going to click once here, hold down shift, and click here. Now, oh, that's interesting. I made a little wave that's in there. Let's see why that is. I think there may be a little wave in one of these, so let's see. That should have worked. Let's take this shape and this shape. Let's see. Okay, so that worked. There was some little wave that I had in this shape. I don't know why that was. So I just took that other shape and I just made it like that. So now we have that. That's a pretty good setup of windows. Now you can see if I double click on my blend tool, you can see it was 15 steps. You can decide, how many windows you want. If 15 is not too much. And the great thing about this is the live effect. So I could always go back after the next couple steps and still change it. So now we're going to create a line like so. And actually, I'm just going to nudge it a little over. We're just going to make some little nudges like that. In order for this to take effect, it can't be right on the edge. So we're going to go as close as we can. Same thing with the blend if, right? W on your keyboard. Click and then hold shift to click again. And in this case, that's too many windows. I don't need that many. We're going to double click. Let's do 8. Let's do 5. Okay, 5 is good. So we just want to set up, we want a little bit of space for this. Now, if you're okay with this, we're going to select all these, go to Object, Blend, and then Expand. And then we're going to use our pathfinder and do divide. And you can see it makes it, but it says, I don't know what to do with this. So if I hit D on the keyboard, it brings up the default. And then we're going to switch over and take out that fill. So now what we have is a grid of windows. Now this is great. You could use that. But here's another really kind of cool trick is we're going to select this. We're going to go Object, Path, Offset Path. If we preview it, you can see it offsets it a little bit on the inside. Now let's offset it a little bit more. Okay, maybe that's a little bit too much. Let's do 3. And that's pretty good. I like that, and we're going to do okay. So let's go back and do that again, just so you know. So Object. And in fact, I'm going to change this to about 1/2 inch. Object, Path, Offset, Path. That's good. And what I want is I just want to grab those and I'm going to group those, right? So I just kind of duplicated those out so I have them. And let's make sure we ungroup it. Right, and then I'm going to select this and make sure I just group the windows. And I know from doing this that this is going to come too low, so I'm just going to delete the lower window that's there. And we're going to bring this right over top here. And I'm going to do Shift X to bring this forward, and there we have our windows. Which is really interesting. Now we could put a little door down here, right? That's why I left this open. And now let's just put, so in the next video, what we'll look at is how to take some of these and how to put some gradients on some of these to make them look as realistic as possible. And again, you may say, look, I really like this look that's here. And so maybe I want these to be filled, right, if I had kept them. And maybe I want little filled windows in these outlines, and you can surely do that. Or maybe you want the outlines that are there, which you could totally do as well. Okay, so that is definitely a way to do that. In the next video, we'll look at how to create some gradations on this shape.